to the kill count, where we tally up the victims and all our favorite horror movies. I'm Sir and today we're looking at Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest, which came out in 1995, if I'm not mistaken. But this movie is not really all too well. I'm not even gonna lie, it's the third movie in this franchise, and I'm not even gonna lie, I don't think it could get any worse than this. But this movie is about this kid named Eli that has his dad or whatever drunk, and he kills him and stuff like that. And then he just starts going crazy and stuff. They go into this new town or whatever, and then gets with these other parents that had a abandoned corn factory in the back of their house. So but he just plants all the corn there and stuff. And but this movie is really not all too well. It's the third movie in this series, and it's not really all too good. But how many people die in this pretty bad / okay movie? Let's find out. Let's get to the kills. Begins with this father, chasing his son through this damn backyard and stuff like that. Then we see his son named Josh running into the cornfield. We see him meeting up with Eli, and then he tells him that he's gonna stop him. We get our first kill when Eli makes the corn kill him and stuff like that. So yeah. Later on, we cut to Josh and Eli just now getting off this bus so they can go to their foster family home, which is also in New York. Then we see William just now showing Eli the backyard that they got. Then we see Josh going out to meet some new people, which is his neighbors. William goes over there and tells Josh to come back home because he can't be talking to strangers. Later on, we see Eli inside of that abandoned corn factory that William told him about, and then we see him planting his devil corn up inside of there. The next day, we see them, getting taken to their new school and stuff like that. We see Josh getting taken into his class, and then Eli gets mad because they're not in the same one.
I know that you and Eli are used to being together, but you see...
No!
After school, we see him talking to Maria, which is the neighbor that he met earlier. Then she tells him to start playing basketball, and bro actually starts cooking all these people up on the court. See him making a layup with all these people guarding him and stuff like that. Eli just now comes over there and gets mad at Josh because he was playing with them.
First you leave me, then you start playing their games.
I was just having fun.
Then the next day comes by, and then we see Eli just now checking out his corn and stuff, and then we see her, seeing him looking at it and stuff like that. So yeah. And after that, we see her going outside just to go take a look at what he done grew back there. Then later on, we see her telling William that she wants him to cut it down. So yeah. Then later on, we see this homeless guy up in that corn just eating it and stuff like that. And then we see him end up dying with this stuff just killing him. So yeah. And the next day, we see William just now going to go grab some shears so he can cut the corn down. As he heads outside, we see Eli popping out of nowhere just scaring him. Eli offers him some corn or whatever, and bro tells him that he was about to cut it down. And we see him actually trying it or whatever, and then he just ends up liking it, and then he tells Eli that he can just sell the corn worldwide at his job that he work at. Later on at church, we see Eli just now preaching about how bad the adults are in the town and stuff like that, so he can recruit all of his followers too.
Poison our food with pesticides and cut down our forests just like grass.
Eli?
Choke the air with pollution and cloud our water with sewage.
Then we learn that Eli was adopted and not Josh's actual blood. Then later on, we meet up with this social worker person and stuff like that. And then she also learns that Eli was actually decades older than he actually looked. See bro doing something with this candle and stuff like that, with this curse. Then all the power goes out, and then he also actually ends up in the social worker's room and stuff like that. She also tries to light a cigarette and stuff like that, and then that just makes her die by, her face just getting set up on fire too. So yeah. Then the next day or whatever, we see them about to leave with Eli and Josh just now about to go to school. Then later on, we see Amanda trying to cut down all of Eli's crops that he done grew back there and stuff like that. Then we get this first person shot where something is coming out of the corner and actually starts grabbing him in. And she escapes and ends up dying by getting impaled by this pole and ends up falling too. So yeah. Later on, we see Josh and Maria in this room, and then we see Malcolm ended up finding them too. So yeah. Later on, we see Malcolm telling Josh that he doesn't want his sister around him because the type of family that he has, and also because of Eli. Then we see Eli preaching to all these people that he done recruited in that church. We see one of the people that was in there just starts chasing after Eli for some reason. Winds up in the cornfield with this thing biting his hand so he can stay trapped there. Eli tells him that he has to help him just so he can get out of this, and bro ends up agreeing. Then we cut back to the church where bro in there's just regularly preaching and stuff like that, with all these people in there with the audience of Eli's people listening to him. And we learn that Eli's in there because he just interrupted him while he keeps on whistling and stuff like that. Then we see him just getting mad and just ends up walking up out of there. So yeah, we see Josh telling Malcolm to get up so he can tell him something that he just learned about his brother, and it's also the stuff that we found out earlier that was on that newspaper. Cuts to the father and Eli in this room talking or whatever, and the father asks what exactly Eli is.
Who the hell are you?
Father. As if you didn't know.
Malcolm and Josh hears him in there panicking, and they run up in there trying to see what's wrong with him. Father tells them to go retrieve that Bible so he can destroy Eli, and then before he dies, we'll already put him on the count. So yeah. Later on at dinner, we see Eli just hanging out there or whatever, and then we just see them both choking on their food with these bugs just coming out of nowhere, and then I'll put both of them on the count right now. So yeah. And later on at the cornfield, we see Malcolm going to go retrieve that corn Bible. Then we see Josh just ends up running away from the cornfield and stuff like that, and then we also encounter another kill when Michael, he just ends up dying. So yeah, and we see Eli just preaching to all the people that he done recruited so far and stuff like that, and then we see William coming out asking him what's going on, then he ends up killing him. Then we see Josh just, showing up and telling him that he'll stop him for once and for all. Then we see Eli just throwing these power balls at Josh and stuff like that, and it knocks him down. Eli throws another one and ends up ricocheting off of that book and ends up hitting Eli and stuff like that. Then we get all of these effects which indicate that he's dead, so I'll count him. When they think that this movie is over, this weird monster thing just shows up and shit like that and just ends up killing and fucking up a bunch of people. I'm just gonna take a guess here and just say that he's who walks behind the rows. Then after that, we just see it, fucking up more people and getting more kills. We see Josh end up saving Maria by getting him up out of her. Then after that, we just see this thing just dissolving like it's dust or something. So yeah. And after that, we cut to this stack of corn that's just chilling on this ship or whatever, and then the movie ends with these two talking about how they're gonna sell corn. By my count, I counted 22 kills in this movie, which it being 3 ladies, 7 men, and 22 unknown. So yeah, that gives us, that kind of bar chart. But with a runtime of 92 minutes, that leaves us with a kill on average every 4.18 minutes. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this movie, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and comment and subscribe as well. So yeah, but next week we will be looking at Are the Children of the Corn 4 or John Wick Chapter 4. I don't know which one we'll be looking at, but I'll let you guys know when I decide. But until next time though, this is been the Kill Count.